King news, my wonderful people. Our very own brother Peter Obi finally breaks silence. Yes, Peter Obi finally breaks silence in respect to all that is going on, and the way things have been since the result was announced. Obi hasn't said a word. He finally breaks silence on account of some of the issues that are on ground right now. And it is honest that we understand where Peter Obi is coming from, him speaking about the whole issue and all that has happened. Please don't forget to give us a thumbs up, like us, share, subscribe. Let's get all the details. Our very own brother Peter Obi breaks silence after losing the election to Asiwaju Ahmed Bola Tinubu as announced by Inec. The presidential candidate of the Labour Party, Peter Obi, has finally broken his silence hours after Inec announced his rival of Bola Ahmed Tinubu of the All Progressive Congress (APC) as the president-elect of the 2023 presidential election. At the polls, Tinubu racked up 8.7 million votes to defeat his closest opponent, or the People Democratic Party, Alhaji Atiku Abubakar, who pulled 6.9 million votes in second place. Why Obi finally came third in 6.1 million with 6.1 million votes. Tinubu, on the other hand, was handled his certificate of return earlier yesterday, as reported by Lead Nigeria at the ICC in Abuja on Wednesday, March the 1st. However, in a social media tweet seen by Lead Nigeria earlier, Peter Obi promised to address Nigerians in due time. Obi in his tweet reads, "Our vice presidential candidate, Dr. Yusuf Dante Baba Hamed, is addressing an international press conference at the Labour Party headquarters in Abuja. I intend to address Nigerians and the international community shortly." As reported by Daily Trust, Tinubu, in his acceptance speech, offered to work with his opponents, stating that there were no enemies, even though they are all in the same race together and working towards achieving one goal. Similarly, Tinubu also extended his hands of sportsmanship to the other 15 candidates who contested for the number one administrative seat in the country. So this is all Peter Obi has said at the moment. He hasn't really said anything particular in terms of, what goes on from here. Since INEC announced the results, this has been, people have been waiting earnestly to know what next and how things are and what will happen. So this has been, the situation of things at the moment. So we are all waiting patiently to see how, what will happen going forward. As a nation, as a people, it is important that we get this right on track, and we get Nigeria, we hear from the man who had made history. Oh, you may say, Madam, which history make? Well, Peter Obi made history. Have you heard before in the history of Nigeria that the third force, Peter Obi, without spending money, mobilizing people here and there, that the people will come out en masse and support such a one? Don't you know that Peter Obi has set a new preeminence? He has set a new, see, he may not have been declared the winner by INEC, but let me tell you sincerely, any politician who wants to take Obi for a ride is having what we call a joke. Is having what we call a joke. Such a person is joking. Yes, he's joking. And if you think that you cannot be a servant leader, and you want to go ahead and do some other things, you'll be shocked, at what will happen. At the end of the day, you'll be surprised, what will follow. So these are very, very critical times that every single person, must understand what is happening. And we all together must bring Nigeria out of the present predicament and bring this country into where it ought to be. Okay, so the issue here right now with all that is happening, Nigerians wants to hear from Obi, especially the obedient movement. It was something else. Honestly, they did not see it coming. So these are the days upon us. I mean, Alhaji Atiku Abubakar, who also would have won, all things being equal, has still not addressed the nation. Peter Obi's vice presidential candidate was the first to address the issue, saying, these things, we will speak to Nigerians and we'll speak to the international community. Yes, so that's where we are at the moment. As soon as any words come out, we'll be the first to bring you up to speed so that you are well informed of all that is going on. Remember that you have a voice, so we should not joke with the power that we can will together. Yes, we can will this power together, and we can actually and sincerely make a difference. Don't feel defeated or deflated. Don't feel that way. A new perspective have started altogether. Nigeria, our democracy is getting better. A time will come. If anybody has rigged the election, they will not be able to rig. That time is so close. It's as close as this. It's as close as the length of a ruler. It's that close. We know that they've done a lot of things. Some people things have been done, However, we are getting to that point, to that place where, people cannot shy away again from the truth. Okay? So this is what is happening. This is what is going on. And Nigerians, it's up to you and I. Okay? It's up to you and I to ensure that we do everything, humanly speaking, possible. Okay? And bring this country back in perspective. Okay? So this is what is happening. This is what is going on. And every single one of us must do all that is needed to change the course of this country. We will teach together. Okay? And that's what is happening right here and now. Please don't forget to give us a thumbs up, like us, share, subscribe. Click on the notification button so you can have all our latest news. Remember, you have a voice. And so we must continue to bring this nation together into the very place where we can sincerely, truthfully have have this nation get into where it ought to be. Don't forget, every time we neglect the place of importance, we forget that this country is up to you and I. Okay, it's not going to make itself. It's the people that make things, become what they should be. There's the people that put the infrastructures and put things in place. So this is what is happening, and every single one of us must do all that is, necessary to change the course of this nation. The results may not have reflected your wish and desire, but things will change. Bye for now.